today. Tesla has increased the interest rate again. Actually, it's been going down and up. And so now we're going to give you a couple different strategies and what you should do first before buying a Tesla. I'll give you 3 credit unions that you may or may not be eligible to join, but they all have lower rates better than Tesla financing. And on top of that, I'll give you a great website which gives you and shows you all the different incentives that you might be eligible for on your state level in case you missed any of them before that. My name is Dennis and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today, definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And shout out to my latest Patreon member, Christy. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check out Patreon link down below in the description. And today's live stream and all live streams are partnered with Mint Mobile, but more on that later. So breaking, unfortunately, Tesla has raised the interest rate for Tesla financing because it was 6.39% and now it is back up to 6.49%. I feel like at this point we should start tracking like all the different interest rates that it was because it seems to change a lot. I want to say it just dropped to 6.39% like a month or 2 months ago, and so now it is right back up to 6.49%. We can see this. We actually spotted this glitch a few days ago on Tesla's website in which it actually showed 6.49%, but then when you clicked it, it reverted down to like 6.39%. So it was all over the place, but now it is finally official. Tesla has increased the interest rate for Tesla financing up to 6.49%. And so certainly that is a pretty decent high interest rate. I mean, it's lower than the industry average for all new car vehicles, and it's decent if you're a first-time buyer. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying decent because it's actually really bad compared to like what was out there like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, even a year ago. I want to say it was like the interest rates are like 3.4%. And so certainly I'm going to give you a few different options, but before we do that, please hit that like button. It goes a long way to support the channel and the live stream. So definitely please hit that like button. It definitely goes a long way, and thank you for that. But first, let's jump into this. So this is a great website which is called Electric for All. What it is, it actually, if you put in your zip code, it gives you a state level and federal level what type of incentives you might actually qualify for. So you can see like replace your ride South Coast incentive for California, depending on what area you're in, and also it can show you charging station incentives as well. So definitely check out this link. I'll post it in the live stream comments if you want to check it out for that. And so definitely start here in case you have no idea on what incentives might actually be eligible for you. Certainly start here to get a good baseline of what could be eligible out there. And so now we're going to get into the 3 credit unions that all have lower interest rates better than Tesla financing. But before we do that, definitely don't forget to check out Tenet EV financing down below in the description on one of our channel sponsors as well. If you're looking for the lowest monthly payment, definitely check it out down below in the description, but more on that later. So the first one is Labor Credit Union, and actually a fan favorite of ours because our Model X is financed through Labor kind of before they raise the interest rates. But you can see here, it's pretty easy to join this credit union. I joined without any sort of affiliation, but you can see auto loans 0 to 65 months, 6.25%, 66 all the way to 80 months at 6.54%. So if you're going for a 65-month term, it is going to be lower than Tesla financing because if you remember, Tesla financing is at 6.49%. But if you want to go for a longer term, you should have seen this, but 84 months is actually at 7.49%. So if you need that 84 to 88 month term, usually not recommended, but if you need it, if you need even longer, you can see 88 months at 6.54%. So already a better term than Tesla financing from anywhere from 0 to 88 months if you go through Labor Credit Union. The next one is going to be Navy Federal Credit Union. This one is certainly a lot harder to get into. You definitely have some sort of affiliation connection to the military or at least a family member or anything like that. But you can see auto loan rates as low as 4.54% for new vehicles. You can see some of the terms right here, all the way up to 60 months at 4.99% and 72 months at 5.29%. So all the way up to 72 months, much way better than Tesla financing across the board. And so Navy Federal is a little bit of a harder one to get into, but if you can get in, if you got affiliation, then certainly definitely worth it at the end of the day. And we're going to get into our last credit union that has a 4.99% interest rate as well. And it's actually eligible for anybody that lives in a certain area or state. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by Tenet. Down below in the description is a Tenet link where Tenet is an electric vehicle financing partner and can get you the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. They can do this by deferring a portion of the loan, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit. And on top of that, for the month of May, they are giving away a free electric vehicle charger, or you can get a free EV charger if you go through Tenet. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. Thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. And on top of that, you can see what the offer could be from Tenet with a soft inquiry check. Just go to the website down below in the description and hit the apply button for a soft inquiry, no obligation check to see what offer they can give you. So thank you to Tenet, and definitely let's get on to the last credit union. So the last one is going to be Delta Community Credit Union. This one is actually really easy. If you go to the page that for the join page, it is really eligible for anybody that's part of Delta and also anybody that lives in like Georgia, if I quickly look at it. But you could see here all the way up to 60 months, 4.99% across the board. If you need to go higher, 5.49%. Even all the way to 84 months at 5.99%. So all across the board, this credit union is definitely worth it. Worth taking a look at if you live in the Georgia area or if you have affiliation with a bunch of the different companies that are on the join page for this Delta Community Credit Union. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. If you've got another credit union that is a better one, definitely drop it down in the comments. We'd love to see it, especially if it's one that's easy and eligible for everyone to join to get a low interest rate for your Tesla.